Good evening, this is Jack Fletcher, and this is another episode of JF Boxing TV Live. And this evening, we've got an English welterweight champion online, Mr. Ekow Essuman, 13-0. He's had some great news this week, just been signed by Frank Warren Promotions. So I just wanted to say to everybody, thanks for tuning in, thanks for all the views, thanks for all the shares, and thanks for participating in the interviews. If you could do us a little favour, at the bottom left hand of this screen, there's a share button. You could share that. Once we get on YouTube, if you could drop us a subscribe, that would be much appreciated. So we've got an action-packed week coming up. So tonight we've got Essuman. We've got Anthony Croller coming up on Tuesday, Sam Jones, Lenny Fuller, and many, many more. I hope everybody's safe. I hope everybody's well on lockdown. I think we're approaching week number 7 now on lockdown. So it's frustrating, it's a trying, it's a challenging time for people. But obviously, I'm bringing the boxers to the people and vice versa. So I hope you're enjoying the interviews. I hope you're enjoying the content. We're going to speak to Ekow Essuman now. He's waiting online. So we're going to bring him on. English welterweight champion Ekow Essuman.
Yeah, what are you saying, Jack? You're right.
Ekow. Yeah. I'm very well, Ekow. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm all good. Like just coping like everyone else in lockdown and whatnot. Still training twice a day, keeping active. Just waiting for the time when everyone's coming out of lockdown and we get to let our hands go.
You've got a massive grin on your face, a massive smile on your face. I know you had some fantastic news last week. You finally got the reward signed by Frank Warren. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, I'm ecstatic. I've just got a smile on my face. Anyway, I've trained twice today. Done my bit of training. I'm happy. Just in a good mood, in a good place. And in terms of the signing, I'm ecstatic about that because it just means that I'm taking a step in the right direction, and I've got to work harder now because there's only going to be a step up in opposition. But at the same time, that gets me excited because I can't wait to do what I do against better opposition and do it better.
How did it come to fruition then? Did you actually get a phone call from Frank Warren yourself?
You know what it is? I was going a bit under the radar for a bit, and then obviously I got the English title, and then I've defended it against Tyrone Nurse, which is quite the notable opponent on my sort of resume, because of his history of everything that he's done, and because he's a veteran. Like even when I was in there with him, I could tell I was like, yo, I'm in here with a veteran. But I passed the litmus paper test, and yeah, just took on knowledge from that fight in itself, and had the match with William Warburton, and I stopped him on body shots. He did not want to get out of there. He had to be forced to stop, and he's a hard person to stop in general. So I know I did well with that, and I was learning from my past matches. And then I had my match with Felix Curtis, undefeated, in his hometown in London, and I went there and did what I did, and came back with the title still. So I sent a message out there. Obviously, if you shout loud enough, you can't be ignored. And I have the title. I've defended it against good opposition, in the line for a British eliminator. So it was only a matter of time till one of the promoters picked me up. But I'm happy that Frank picked me up because he's the kind of a promoter who will push you on, and he has experience in it. So yeah, and I already told them they can try and throw me to the wolves. I'll come back with heads. This new season is going to be ultimate savagery. That's what it's about. That's why I'm in a good mood because I can't wait to unleash.
When you defeated Felix, you fought him in his own back garden at York or Bethnal Green as well. And at the time, he was also undefeated.
Yeah. At the time, he was also undefeated. It was at York Hall. York Hall is like the mecca of boxing in the UK. All the greats, all the good people, like they love it fighting there because it's such a kind of enclosed space. The second floor is right next to the ring. You can see everything, what's happening. someone can take a jab and a droplet of sweat will hit you far up in the crowd. So it's a wonderful place to box.
I think it's fair to say, Ekow, you've not sort of took the easy route. I mean, fighting Tyrone Nurse as a voluntary defence, that's a statement in itself.
Yeah, but you know what? A lot of people kind of doubted me before that. They probably still do, but I couldn't care less, because the people that doubt me and the people that love me, I love proving the people wrong, and I take in all the love and support from everyone who wants me to do well. So it was just a statement, kind of to let people know, to put a bit of respect on my name, because I'm not messing about.
What are people to expect once you get on the big stage at Frank Warren? Then what are people going to see?
As I said, ultimate savagery. Just going to see another side of me that a lot of people have been waiting for.
I've seen in the rankings as well, Ekow, that you've now jumped up, if I'm right in thinking, that you're now 6th place.
I think I was in the Boxing News ranking, yeah. And on BoxRec, I keep changing with a few other people. But I don't really watch them too tough, because like it's just on BoxRec, it's about opinion, it's about who you're boxing next, it's about this and that. It's all very political. I like the Boxing News one, because they're pretty fair with it. So I appreciate that one, and it's all about just getting my ranking higher and higher. And everyone in the top 15 on both rankings, that you want to fight him. And I know there's like a lot of people going out there saying, "Oh, I want to fight him. I want to fight that guy." And once you have a title, everyone wants your head, and you want the other person above yours head as well, because you want that next title. So I appreciate it. And all I have to say to people that want my head is, get yourself in the position, and we'll get it cracking.
I mean, there's a few options out there for you. Obviously, Jenkins is an option, Conor Benn, Johnny Garton, but I think the scout would probably be Jenkins, because he's got the majority of the belts at the minute in that division.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got a defense coming up against Garton, and then I'm sure the winner of that has to defend against Conor Benn, and then I'll be fighting Liam Taylor, and then God willing, I come through that, I'll be fighting the winner of Jenkins, Garton, and Benn. And yeah, I am chomping at the bit for that. So I'm putting the work in, studying, drilling technique, getting ready to unleash.
So there's going to be no tick-over fights then. Once you've obviously get into the ring, first Queensbury Promotions fight, straight in at the deep end.
Well, I don't know, to be honest, but in my mindset, I'm taking it as there isn't going to be a tick-over fight. So I'll be ready either way.
It's an exciting time for you. I mean, what has Barrington Brown had to say about this? He must be absolutely ecstatic, and all your other DCT teammates as well, over the moon. It's something that you've been waiting to happen for a long, long time. You put the work in, you put the dedication in, you've had some very tough fights, you've come out on top, and now you're getting the rewards.
Yeah, definitely. You know what? Jimmy Gill, credit to the team, Barrington Brown, the mad boxing scientist. I've known him for a long time, maybe 14 years, 13, 14, maybe even 15 years now in boxing wise. A good friend of mine. He's helped me through thick and thin. There was a point in boxing where I was just like, yo, I don't know what's going on. Like, boxing seems long. And then he got me the love back for it. And yeah. And him and Jimmy have been working so hard. And there's people in the background who are like, but your management aren't getting you this, and this isn't happening, that isn't happening. But they don't know what goes on behind closed doors. They don't know the last minute opportunities you get where someone's trying to screw you over with not giving you a camp and all sorts. So you know what it is, they do the work, and the proof's in the pudding, and I'm eating a bit of the pudding. So what can I say? Can't moan. And Dan, you know what Dan's like. Old school tactics. He drilled the good stuff into me. Helped me a lot with all the points where I was a bit slacking on, and got me thinking properly with my boxing brain. So, you know, we're doing well. We're working hard, and it's showing.
I mean, 13-0 now, Frank Warren Promotions. You must feel like you can give anyone a good run for the money now, if not beat them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, every boxer thinks that because we're in a sport to be dominant. So yeah, I say that with everyone. But as I always say, it's not as easy as just saying it. It's about actually going out and doing the work to do it, and that's what sets me apart with a lot of people. Because whilst they're being a bit lazy or cutting around corners to do certain bits, I'm there drilling, going through the pain, going mental, losing my head. But then when I get there, they're in trouble.
I interviewed Ezra Taylor a couple of weeks ago, and he had a lot of nice things to say about you. I asked him what boxer inspired him to get into boxing, and he mentioned yourself. He mentioned your work ethic, your hard work, your determination, your dedication for the game as well. So I'm sure Ezra's going to be extremely ecstatic that you've got this opportunity as well.
Yeah. Me and Ezra were back at Bilborough Amateur Boxing Club with Ray Ricketts. Known him for a long time as well. And yeah. All I can say to Ezra is he's a credit as well, because I've known him when he was like little. I remember he came to the gym and I was like, yeah, that little kid's doing good. He's doing good. He's doing all right. And then he went away and he's come back and he's not a kid no more. He's a man. He's a unit.
How far is Ezra going to go?
His dedication to the game is just on par with mine. And yeah, you mean in boxing, you got to take away from the people around you. You got to take the good bits. If someone's good at their dedication, you got to learn from it. And you also got to take the bad bits. There's certain people who are slack here and there, and you got to think to yourself, oh, well, I don't want to slack like that, but I want that kind of dedication, and I want that kind of good mindset with the nutrition and this and that. And Ezra's got it good. Yeah.
Got a question here from Mr. Ian Thomas. You probably know him because he's Debo's dad.
Yeah. Debo.
Hi, Jack. If there was one famous boxer Ekow could have in his corner, who would it be? And what is your favourite punch or punch combination, Ekow? Is there one favourite exercise in your training you look forward to?
Ooh, man. Favourite boxer? It would have to be favourite boxer in my corner. That's like tactics and tacticians, because I love tactics and tacticians. It would have to be either Bernard Hopkins, Mayweather, or Andre Ward, because they are three different people with good mindsets. Because Bernard Hopkins, he was boxing till he was like in his late 40s, going on 50s, and he was beating young champions. And his work ethic and his the work rate and what he did in the game at that age, that's something people need to take away from. And Mayweather as well, and Andre Ward, just super tacticians.
I mean,
and what was that favorite exercise as well?
Yeah.
I'm a madhead, in the gym. If there's something I don't like, I will train it until I don't mind it. So I don't really have a favorite exercise. I just like things that will, so to speak, leave me concentrating on breathing and and surviving it, because then I'll just come back and do it until I'm good.
In terms of the lockdown, how's your mindset been, Ekow? I mean, obviously it's a challenging time for a lot of people, and normally, you've got a trainer sort of pushing you to the next level, but at the minute you've just got to work on your own sort of on your own motivation. How have you found that day to day, week to week?
I'm a creature of routine, so for me, when the lockdown, it's more about getting into some kind of a routine, making sure it's actually worth doing. There's like work that you can do, but that's just work for the sake of work. So I've been drilling my technique. I've been keeping my conditioning like in a good place, keeping my weight good, and that keeps me in a motivated state, because I know, like, yeah, I'm working on this, I'm working on that, because the lockdown's gonna come to an end eventually, and whoever's been working, the proof's gonna be in the pudding.
I mean, most people know Ekow, undefeated boxer, English welterweight champion, but not everybody knows how it all began for you, me included. So, Ekow, I mean, what got you into boxing in the first place? What made you want to lace the gloves up, and what motivated you back in the day to do this?
I'll go for the simple story because I always get ripped by some of my mates when I tell the long story.
No, tell
But
the long story. We got all the time in the world, mate.
now you know what it was. I was a chubby child. I don't mind saying that, and I got into all kinds of sports. Starting off when I lived in Botswana, I was into swimming. That made me lose a hell of a lot of weight. And then got into a bit of rugby and karate as well until I took a spinning heel kick to the face, and I thought, yeah, karate ain't for me. Even did a bit of cricket. Came over to the UK. Got into football. I got into basketball. Started playing to a good level in basketball. I wanted to try out for this team, which was well renowned in Nottingham. I think the Wildcats playing at Jesse Booth.
Yeah.
Went for the tryouts, and like I got turned down on one of the tryouts, and they was like, "Oh, well, you need your fitness to be better, and you need to be more ambidextrous. So dribble on both hands, and yeah, you can't just depend on one side, kind of thing." So I took away from that, and wanted to improve on my fitness, wanted to improve on my drills in basketball. And one of my mates at the time suggested that I get into boxing. And yeah, I thought, you know what? I have nothing to lose. I'll give it a go. So I went to my first session at Bilbao Boxing Club, and boy, yeah, got into it. 2 left feet, everything. Had a few weeks of that, and I thought, yo, this is all right. It's quite cool. I like hitting the bag. And then, yes, I just caught the boxing bug because, well, kind of, I just got lost in it because a year of boxing training, and then all of a sudden I wasn't really training in basketball no more. And I just enjoyed the boxing, forgot about the basketball. Then the next year I thought, you know what, I might as well just start competing because I'm not doing basketball right now. So yeah, started competing. Had my first match with I can't remember the guy's name right now, but he was turning pro or planning on going pro after that match. And boy, that first match was like I always say to people, you won't know how much you want to box until you've had your first match and you've had that guy who comes after you and tries to just take you out. And that's what I had in my first match. And I remember walking back to the changing room afterwards thinking, wow, that's something else. But I thought I want to do that again. I want to be better at it. I won my first match. I'm happy about it. Everyone wins their first match. But,
what was it like when you got your call up to the GB squad? How did that feel? How did that materialise?
That materialised off boxing in the national championships and beating people that people thought I wasn't supposed to beat. And GB didn't initially give me a call to the tryouts off that initially. It was just the consistency of I kept beating people I wasn't supposed to beat, people on the team, people on the England squad and whatnot. And eventually I got my call up for GB, part of, I think, 40 boxers at the time. And it was just like one of those, it was like in that American show, The Contender, where every week someone leaves.
What a show.
Yeah. Like every week someone leaves. So when we were sparring, it was like, yeah, it was a spar knowing that, yeah, you mess up, could be gone the next week. And 6 months later, it was me and another guy there, and I got the nod. So I was on the development team. And then through my performances in the WSB, that's what got me on the podium team. And yeah, went on from there.
And the rest is history.
Yeah.
We've got a couple more comments here. We've got a chap called, you might know this guy. He was due to fight Debo, Cash Buttery, from Stoke-on-Trent. Yes, Ekow, congratulations, brother, on your new signing. I know he's part of Debo's team, but I have some serious respect for Ekow. Was a great amateur and an even better pro. So some nice comments there. So, I mean, Frank Warren Promotions, you've got a serious amount of contenders that you could potentially face. Yeah. Is there anyone fighter that you quite fancy, getting into the ring with?
Yeah, but it isn't always there's always a path to them. That's what I've learned in boxing. There's like people that you just want to get in the ring with, and but you have to find the right path to get to them, and then when it's time, you can get it cracking.
There's one fight. There's one I'm looking for. You probably can guess who I want you to fight.
Yeah,
because this has been going on for such a long time now, and I think it could potentially.
I mean, if the pathway works, then then it's gonna happen. Because I'm gonna make sure that on my side, I'm there, I'm available. So, yeah.
I mean,
I know exactly who you mean as well.
Obviously, the man's Conor Benn. We'll say it. Yeah. Conor Benn. I mean, Conor Benn, he comes out like a steam train, throws a lot of shots. He's got a good shot selection. He's getting better as a boxer. His ability is improving, and his confidence is improving with that as well. Now you come into the mix, Ekow. You know, there could be a chance that you two fight each other. How would that fight play out?
How would it play out? It would be a very fan-friendly fight because, our styles, they wouldn't clash per se. Like people would think we just go out there and just take shot for shot. Well, if we go out there, he'd swing, I'd hit, he'd miss, and I'd just take him to school from there. And it's easier said than done, but I just can't wait to prove it.
You must be absolutely over the moon. I mean, did you expect the phone call? Was you expecting this to happen, or was it a complete surprise to you, Ekow?
You know what? Not that I expected it to happen, but I've been working hard to make it a possibility. And I knew it was a matter of time of working hard and doing the right things until something like that would happen. So, I'm just happy that it happened, to be honest.
Because Frank Warren said a lot of nice things about you in the interview. Said he's been watching you for a while, thinks you're an excellent fighter, and he can't wait to get you on board.
Yeah, I can't wait to be on board.
Ekow, any sort of, what we always ask people, obviously we're in lockdown at the minute, so there's people tuning in that might not be coping so well. They might be suffering with a little bit of anxiety. They might find things a little bit challenging. So Ekow Essuman, if you could give the people watching today any advice at all on how to deal with this lockdown in a positive, productive way, what would you say to them?
You know what? This lockdown has showed me that it's all about your mindset. Like, you have to get in a positive place of mindset, make use of the activities that you do, the sports that you do, and do a bit of mindfulness as well. Because like, I've been doing a lot of work with the Reformer Studio in Nottingham, and they do yoga, Pilates, mindfulness. Even I'll be doing reforming sessions with them after the lockdown, because I'm a qualified instructor now. The plug there as well.
That's fine.
My job as an ambassador.
Get him on Insta. Get him on Insta. Get him on Facebook. Fancy a bit of yoga? Speak to Ekow.
Mindfulness. A bit of meditation every day, and just thinking about your goals, how you're going to get there, and just seeing it every day and drilling it in there. And sooner or later, you're going to act on it. Because remember, every journey starts with one step. It's about making that step and going to get yours. And another plug, Mr. GGY on Instagram. That's another great influence on me. He's a go-getter, and he preaches to people about go-getting. And definitely that. And another thing that has helped me with my time in lockdown is all of my sponsors. I mean, there's people like Wingy from Wing Racking and Shelving, Diagraph, Treadmark, Top Rank, the White Heart, Black Wolf, one of my sponsors as well, Vape Cargo, the Lobster Pot, who helps me out with my my fishy craves, lobster, prawns. The menu there is just amazing. The Reformer Studio, obviously, with the online yoga and mindfulness classes, and I do a boxing circuit class on there as well. And then you've got, like, when I say sponsors helping me out, I don't mean, how can they help me out right now? They message me, they'll be asking me what's going on, they'll be asking me if they can help in any way. Kevin Kafaki from Capital Civils, I'm quite close with him. He'll message me. We all have chats like every other day, and he's like, "Oh, how you doing? How's this and how's that?" And yeah, just meaning well. Like sometimes I'll post on Facebook. A little support goes a long way, and it really does. And in lockdown, if it's taught me anything, it's everyone's going through their own drama. It's about being there for other people. I mean, there's like things going out like, oh, if someone isn't shouting at you on lockdown, it proves that they don't really care. But it goes both ways because they could be going through their own troubles. So just have to remember, people are going through whatever they're going through, and it's got to be there for everyone.
Brilliant. Have you got your own sort of outlook on how you think this is going to play out in terms of boxing, getting back to boxing again? Everyone's got their own theories on how it's going to materialise. What's your viewpoint?
Obviously, they can't. Lockdown's going to have to come to an end, and it will. But it's not. Obviously, it's not just going to be, yeah, lockdown's over, everyone do what you want. They're going to probably stagger it in some form or way, and social distancing is still going to be in place for a while and all sorts. So boxing wise, there's like rumors and shots here and there of closed circuit shows and whatnot, and so that'll be probably broadcast shows, or if it's in some kind of an arena, there'll be social distancing in play. But that's I don't know how that'll play out, because obviously I'm not in the little circle of people that know exactly what's been said and whatnot. But I think it's just going to be a new world to get used to, really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ekow, it's been fantastic talking to you today. Once again, congratulations on the great news, and really look forward to seeing your journey progress and you getting all those belts.
Yeah. Cheers.
Thanks for coming on the show, Ekow. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. Thanks, Jack.
We'll see you soon. Cheers, Ekow.
All right, take care, bro.
And that was Ekow Essuman, English welterweight champion. Tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. sharp, we've got Anthony Collar coming on the show. So don't miss it. It's going to be fantastic. I'm sure he's got a lot to say. And don't forget, share this feed if you like the boxing content, and also subscribe to JF Boxing TV on YouTube, because this is going to go on YouTube as well. So once again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll speak to you soon, and stay safe and stay well.